Good evening, it's the Saints man, small van courier driver on the CX. This is just a short one. It's not about days in the life. I've had a few people ask me, I drive a small van, I've got a Citroen Berlingo. Would I think, why wouldn't I upgrade to a long wheelbase or a mid wheelbase or a Luton? Um, would I make more money? Is it better having a small van? Is it better than a large van? For me, personally, I bought a small van. It suits what I want. I'm getting near 60 now. I don't want to be going to distribution centres. I don't want to be handballing loads of stuff. I do like driving. I'm in a very good area for a small van, I think, anyway. Um, there's lots of competition. If you go on your CX app, you can see who's nearby. And in Northampton, there's probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 small van drivers who are regularly in Northampton area. So that's what there is. Long wheelbase vans, there's lots more competition. There is more money. You get more money per mile, no doubt. A good bit more money as well. But you are got a lot of competition everywhere you go. You don't really take. Do you want to take a van into London? I'm not fussed too about going to London, but you can in a small van. I've got Euro 6. So for me, a small van suits perfectly. Maybe if I was, I don't know, 10, 15 years younger, 20 years younger, I might look at a long wheelbase van. But the small wheelbase van for me is perfect. It's lower costs, running costs. You can use it more as your personal vehicle. I've got 3 seats in the front of mine. It doesn't cost a lot of money with fuel, whereas if you're using a long wheelbase van for personal use, the fuel's not as good. Um, it's just, yeah, it's just generally suits me for my age and what I want to do. Yeah, you do more miles, but that's fair enough. A midway, the next one's up like a midi van, which is, I don't really get the point of midi vans. This is my opinion, as in a small van, midi van, and then you've got a mid wheelbase van, which is like your Transit Connect, your Ford Customs, your Vivaros, vans like that. I don't see them. They carry perhaps 2 pallets, but you tend to come between a long wheelbase and a short van. You're not one or the other. It's midway. It might work. It works. So there's a few people who run mid wheelbase vans perfectly happy with it, which is great. Then you got your long wheelbase van, which normally is for carrying. They're 4 meters or they're 3.7 meters. That's where the most work is on the CX for long wheelbase vans. But whether there's more competition. There's definitely more competition. There's more drivers around doing long wheelbase vans, and it's a lot more money. Yeah, it is. But the overheads are more. The mileage per gallon is definitely nowhere near. I get like 50 to 55 on mine and regularly. I think you're lucky if you're pushing 35 to 40, 35 on a long wheelbase van. But there is a lot more work. There's someone else on YouTube, Van on the Run. He does an in-depth one where he's actually checked and the percentage on jobs where they are. But if I was in London or the London area, I would always go for a small van job, because you can zip around London a little bit quicker, or you can pick up a lot more. Seems a lot more small van jobs there. In the Midlands, again, there's pretty much jobs for everybody. Vans, little vans, small vans, and there's for long wheelbase vans. There's guys on here. There's Van on the Run, Big Beardy. They both have long wheelbase vans. They tend to do all right. They've got a good feedback record, and they get the work. Sometimes it's a struggle for them as well. Summer's been pretty good, I think, for everyone who's got good feedback. We've been getting work not too bad. And with the COVID as well, small vans were ideal. You was picking up, plenty of work. Thing with a long wheelbase van, you can bid on any van underneath. You can bid for a mid wheelbase van. You can bid for a small van, and they do get them jobs now and again. If there's not any small vans around, or small vans have not quoted, or they're quoting high, they may get them. But that's where I go, small van for me. But I've had a few people ask me about different vans. Yeah, long wheelbase van is fine if you're going to be able to get the work, and are you going to use it for personal use? It's going to cost you more. Yeah. And I think, you're looking now, the Euro 6, I think, starts on Monday. where the M25, anything in the M25, if you're not Euro 6, it's going to cost you money to go in there. I think Pete the Courier puts it on there. The next van up from a long wheelbase van is a Luton, and that's anyone know a Luton? It's where it's over the cab, slightly bigger, carries a bit more weight. Normally you can have a tail lift with it without a tail lift, and you get curtain siders. Pete the Courier, Luton with a curtain is the van he would go for that sort of type of work. You can get more money per mile on that. I don't know. I've not got one. I've never bid on anything like that. Is there a work out there for that? I don't know. Long wheelbase vans, I don't even look for what the jobs are. I just put my jobs up to small van, motorcycles, and that's it. So that's all that comes through on my feed, on my CX feed. There is a lot of long wheelbase vans, or there definitely is, but there's a lot of competition out there. So, but I think if you do the job right, you get nice feedback, you get good feedback, you get a good relationship with shippers. Yeah, I think you're going to get the money. But in London, small vans for me. The Midlands, I'm in the Midlands. I tend to be able to get enough money. We're going to see. I mean, it's October now. We're middle of October. We're near the end of October. And, yep, still getting the work. So, but you do more miles with a small van. I think you do more miles per day if you average about 350 than you would do on a long wheelbase van. Also, in the winter, some of the guys, what they do, they jump on the Amazon Christmas because it's guaranteed money. And they just do it if there is not a lot of work out there. You can always jump on Amazon. I know Van on the Run now and again jumps on Amazon, does a block. Don't really understand it because I'm not into all that. But yeah, that gets done. But for me, it's a small van. And there's numerous small vans as well. I've got a Berlingo. The Berlingo, the Peugeot Partner, and the Vauxhall Combo are essentially the same van. They're virtually the same van. They've got the same, it's the same shape and everything. You can't tell one from the other apart from a few differences inside. Ford Escort is a really good van, a Connect. They're called a Connect. No, I call them Escorts. The Ford Connect, the short van, they are dearer to buy, but they're a really nice, stylish van. I've drove one, yeah, but they're dearer to buy to start with. Whether any better. But that's for me. Small van, that's what I drive. So, I hope that helps people. Obviously, if you want to drive a long wheelbase, go for it. Just go for it. You've got to do what you do. I do what I do, it suits me. But I say, if I was perhaps 35 to 40 or 45 max, I'd perhaps go for a long wheelbase van. But you've got competition. But hey, it makes more money for you. I think there's a potential to make more money than there is with a small van. But there's enough money for me at the moment with a small van to drive a small van. So I hope that helps you. If it does, like, subscribe. Yep, and I hope that helps. Good stuff.